Get going. Okay, so we can start. Okay, so I am very excited about this topic because, as I started out by saying before y'all were here, we're in a mess. The world's in a mess right now. Maybe a mess isn't the right. We are in unprecedented times. No debate about that. But as the quarantine, the whole sheltering in place thing has played havoc with our emotions and our motivation and all kinds of stuff. So I wanted to take this opportunity to sort of reset how you're thinking about the balance of the year and give you some juicy ideas for how you can make this a really great opportunity for creating more business, for creating more sales, and bringing in new clients. And I've got some what I think are some great ideas. So, and that's why I was so excited about this. So let me start by introducing myself in case you don't know me. I'm Elise Tager. I'm a business coach for ambitious female entrepreneurs, and I'm the creator of the Solo to CEO program. I also do one-to-one coaching, and I work only with women, and primarily women who are in that part of their business where they're still stuck in worker bee mode, right? They're still doing it all. Even if they have people working for them, they're still doing it all. And they haven't made that transition to being the CEO of their soon to be booming business. So these are the women that I focus on to help them make that transition. So I am here every Wednesday at noon, every single Wednesday, because I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys value and that you have a reason to come into the root group and you have a reason to follow me. So on Wednesdays, I might do a point of view like this, where I'm giving you my 2 cents on something. I might do an interview with someone who is, I think, of value to the group. I might do a training or a tutorial, but I'm always here Wednesday. So I'm glad that you're joining me. If you are not muted, would you please do so? Mute. Cindy, I'm going to mute you. Teresa, I'm going to mute you. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay. So just know that I'm here every Wednesday, whether I have a cast of thousands with me or no one. And the videos stay in the Solopreneur to Entrepreneur group if you want to review them later, so they don't go away. So what we're going to talk about today is how to make the best of the balance of the year. Not just make the best, but look forward to the balance of the year. Despite the election, despite COVID, despite everything else, you're in business, and business doesn't stop, and your success doesn't stop if, in the midst of events, right? There are always going to be events. There are always going to be things happening in the outside world, or personally, you're going to have things going on that might be seen as getting in your way. Crap happens, right? So you need to have the intestinal fortitude to be able to plow through whatever's happening, despite what's going on in the outside world or in your own personal life. So let me give you some overview on this before I get into the specific tactics. I've got 5 for you. So the topic today, as I say, is I'm giving you my top tips on getting new clients and more revenue before the end of the year. So that's what we're going to focus on. I've got 5 juicy ideas that I'm going to share with you. Overall, what I really want to share with you is this is not the time to be shy. This is not the time to put your head under the pillow or under the rock. You need to be bold, be your authentic, outrageous, true self. Let your personality shine. Make sure that you are going into this quarter or the balance of the year boldly, right? So you're not hesitant. You're also not you're telling yourself, this is a horrible time of year. You want to be your outrageous true self, let your personality shine. And I would say that to you throughout your business life. People hire people they like and they connect with, and people will connect with you if you are your own authentic self. So don't be looking to other people as an example of how you can do you. You're the only one who can do you. So don't hide. Make sure that your personality is right out there the rest of the year and always. But think about that as you're thinking about the rest of the year. Another thing I want you to think about now until the end of the year, mindset is critical, ladies, really. There are so many things that could be bringing us down, right? Or there are so many things that we could point to as being a distraction or a reason why Q4 is going to suck, right? And if you have that mindset, Q4 is going to suck, then it will. And so you need to adjust your thinking so that you're thinking that Q4 is going to be my best quarter yet. Despite the pandemic, despite what's going on, I am in it to win it, and I can do this. So check yourself, check your mindset about the rest of the year. You know, are you still focused? I mean, the holidays are coming. That's a reason to get distracted. You know, we've got an election coming up. That's a reason to get it distracted. Don't let those external circumstances get in your way of being a fabulous entrepreneur. Don't let that happen. Don't let yourself let that happen. You can do this. Your mindset is critical. So why don't you set some goals for yourself? We're now, what is it? It's October 28th. Set some goals for yourself about now to the end of the year. How many outreaches do you want to do a day? How many dollars do you want to bring in before the end of the year? How many new clients do you want to bring in? How many new people do you want on your email list? And don't just think about it. Set some goals for yourself. And you know, one of the things I was thinking about before I went online today is we could make this happen in the group. You know, the Solopreneur to Entrepreneur group is a group of, you know, we're now about 750 kick-ass women who are in business to make change and to grow our businesses. That's what the community is all about. Wouldn't it be fun, or would you be interested if Hallie and I set up a thread where you can post your goals for the end of the year and we just cheer each other on? This is going on in another group that I'm a part of, and it's just been so much fun. And I find that when you set goals publicly, you're more likely to make them happen. So if that sounds good to you, give me a thumbs up in the comments or a thumbs up here in the chat. And let me just see if that's something we want to get going. It's been very energizing for me in this other group. And I thought I'd just chit chat through it with you guys here. So your mindset is critical. Make sure that you are determined to make this Q4 be a solid one for you. Set some goals for yourself, whether it's dollars or new clients. Set some goals, write them down. You know, whether it's in the group or you've got them on a wall or something, write them down and hold yourself accountable to it. Make it a game, right? This has to be, you want to make sure that you are excited about the next few weeks. So make it a game for yourself. So you're not struggling, right? This should be fun. It should be a game. You should be able to want to jump in with both feet. So, okay, so let me get to the 5 tips that I have because I'm excited about this. Everybody with me? You're excited to hear more? Yes? Cindy, you've got your thumbs up. Good. Teresa, thumbs up. Good, good, good. Sandy, it's good to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. Okay, 5 tips. Some of them are going to sound so obvious, you're going to say, duh, but I want to put these in front of you because, again, you need to bring energy into the balance of Q4. So I'm going to give you some ideas. Teresa says thumbs up. First one, shop your closet. By that, I mean, go back to your networks, plural. Go back to your LinkedIn connections, go back to your Instagram connections, go back to your bazillions of Facebook connections, and reach out and your email list and reach out one by one to these people. Or do make a point of doing ongoing connections with these people to reintroduce them to what you're doing, to introduce them to what you can do for them right now. Make this a purposeful, focused outreach that you're going to be doing from now until the end of the year. So this is another area where you can start measuring. You can set some goals around this. Maybe you set aside a half an hour every single day, and consistency is so important. Half an hour every day or an hour every day or whatever, to do the outreach, to connect with people who are already in your community. You know, one of the things that I've noticed about me and my communities, except for the groups I run, is that I assume that my LinkedIn peeps know what I'm doing. I assume that my Facebook peeps know what I'm doing because, I'm here and you're there. And no, they don't. They might have signed up for something and are on your email list a while ago, but, an average email, only 20%, if that, opens up your email. So you might think that people are aware of what you're doing. Don't make that assumption. So one of your goals for the next few weeks could be, I'm going to use a half an hour every single day, or I'm going to reach out to 20 people that I'm already connected with to reconnect, re-engage, introduce them to what I'm doing, ask them how I might be able to help them, and maybe later on in the conversation, put out a call to action. Would you like to, get on a discovery call with me? Or I've got this great thing you might want to buy. Re-engage the people who are in your networks, plural, because we all have multiple networks. So, and that's what I mean by shop your closet. Go back to who's already there and re-engage, reconnect. Again, this is another big duh, but your connections are only connections if they're engaged with you. So if you've let all these connections or leads get cold, heat them up. And so set a goal for how you're going to do that, or how often you're going to do that. So that's tip number one. I can tell you in all transparency that Hallie, the fabulous Hallie, my concierge and VA, fabulous VA, she and I have started this with a vengeance. I mean, we are on a mission to reconnect with everybody in my extended networks and create new friends. So this is a new goal that we've set for ourselves, and I can't share. It pumps new energy into what you're doing also. It's nice to reconnect with people who already raised their hand and said, I want to hear from you. So that's the first thing I want to suggest that you do, is to shop your closet and not make the assumption that people who are in your community know what you're doing. So shop your closet. Number two, directly contact past clients. I know, duh, but we don't do this enough. So if someone has been a client 2 years ago or a year ago, when was the last time you personally reached out to connect with them and re-engage, right? I don't mean sell. You're not there to resell them, at least initially, but you've had a relationship with them that was more than just they're looking at your email newsletter. So reach out to those past clients and say, just wanted to reconnect. How are you doing in these crazy times? Is everybody safe in your family? Tell me what you're up to now, and start a conversation. I do not do this in your email service provider. Do this on a one-to-one basis, because again, you want to deepen and refresh that connection. If you've had them as a client, you've had a deeper relationship with them. Don't let it get cold. And if they finished a program with you, or if they bought a piece of jewelry with you and have gone away, happy, but you're no longer on their radar, go back and reconnect with them. It's only going to help, especially now. It helps everybody. So that's number two, directly contact past clients. And I don't mean just send them an email through your email service provider. Definitely connect with them one-to-one. Okay, big importance. Number three, and some of this is going to surprise you, do a very limited discounted offer. I'm usually the first one to say, don't discount your stuff. I'm not a big discount gal. I just feel like if you lead with discounts, you train your audience to expect discounts and sales and that sort of thing. And so I'm very much not a proponent of leading with a discount. However, Q4 is a challenge. And I would encourage you to come up with a limited time discounted offer or a deal of some kind, just for the next 2 weeks or week or end of the month or holiday season, something. Communicating to your peeps, you don't do this. This is a special, you're only going to do this for the next 2 weeks or whatever it is. And you don't expect to see this again. This is unusual for you. Make sure that they understand that this is not your modus operandi. You definitely, this is a big deal that you're doing a discount like this, or you're providing this deal to them, to fill in the blank because of the holidays, because we all need to support each other now, whatever. put a deal or a discounted offer out there, but also put a very tight limited time frame on it. 2 weeks, end of the month, end of November, whatever it is, so that you're managing the expectations of the people who get that. Okay. And then promote it all over the place, right? So people know that there's a deal to be had from you, but they got to get in while the getting is good, if that makes sense. Okay, that's number 3. Any comments out there, kiddies? Teresa, Cindy, you're on Zoom with me. Any comments that you have? Let me hop over. You're saying no. Let me hop over to Facebook and see if I have comments over there. Erin is saying, what a good question, Erin. How do you feel about a book now for January and pay the 2020 rates? Yes, excellent, excellent. I love that idea. And you say, yes, a gold thread would be valuable. Hallie and I are going to talk about that. Hey, Yvonne. Okay, crunch. Okay, good, good, good. All right, let me just move on here. Moving on, because I've got my favorite idea is yet to come. All right, number 4, offer a referral bonus to close connections. So what would incentivize, I hate that word, is that a real word? What would incentivize your close connections to help you out a bit more with referring to you? Maybe a future discount for a service that they get from you, maybe, that all famous Starbucks $5 gift card for coffee. Make it a commission on future sales, but come up with something. Again, you're going to be reaching out to your networks anyway, right? So one of the things you might have to talk about, and this is also friends and family, don't forget that there are friends and family out there to support you. Come up with some kind of a referral program that can be easy peasy, but incent them to want to throw people your way. So it could be a discounted offer for them. It could be a coupon. It could be a Starbucks card, whatever it is. But come up with a way to get the people who already love you and trust you and have worked with you, or at least know about you, to send more people your way, incent them. And you know what? This kind of thing never happens unless you ask. And again, if you put that out there in your newsletter, you're going to hear crickets. So you have to be willing to do this, if not one by one, then on an ongoing basis, so people know that there's a referral program of some kind, and it would behoove them to get on board. Another thing you could do is just give a straight commission. And how you organize that on the back end is another story, but maybe, if you're selling a high-end program and you get someone to recommend, maybe they get a 5% commission or 10% commission. I'm just throwing out the ideas, but the point is, if you are in the process of reaching out to anybody, which you're going to be doing in Q4, because that's your focus now, this is something that you can talk to them about, is what the referral program is that you put in place. And maybe that's your lead, right? We haven't connected in a while, would love to catch up. Incidentally, I want to let you know what I'm doing. Oh, and by the by, I've got this new referral program set up. If you can help me get more people under my umbrella. That's number 4. Number 5, I am super excited about. So, because I just had never thought about it before. So we all talk about niching down, right? In our target audiences, the what is it? The riches are in the niches is the phrase we always have here. But I want to encourage you for Q4 to think about a very niche down specific offer that you could come up with for a limited time. So let me give you some ideas here. If you're a web designer, people are always in DIY mode, right? They have to refresh their LinkedIn profile. They always need help doing these things. Maybe just for Q4, you come up with a small package that is your answer to this DIY thing. Let me help you update and optimize your LinkedIn profile for a base fee of $200, $250. Something that's specific. It answers a very specific small need that parenthetically leads to the bigger programs that you offer, or the bigger arena of things that you have to bring to the table. But for this period of time only, focus on a small thing that you can do to attract people, right? So make that a $100 offer, whatever, small and make sure it answers a very specific small question or need that your audience might have. If you're a copywriter, people always struggle with naming things or their bio. Can you come up with a 1 hour let's name it session? See what I'm saying? So these are small. They answer a specific need that your target audience probably has. And for the next month only, you're offering this very special package called let's name your new product, or let's rename whatever, so that you can get them to say yes to start working with you, and you bring in a new customer and you bring in some additional sales. The smaller and the more niched, the better. Make it quick and easy impulse purchase, so that they will solve a very specific problem. Again, I'm spending a lot of time on LinkedIn these days, and I keep going back there. I'm thinking now in terms of that. So, LinkedIn profiles have to be good. The LinkedIn, the description, the about section, if nothing else, that has to be on point. Maybe you can offer, to just help revamp someone's about section. See how small that is? See how this is the kind of thing where you want to make it easy to say yes to. And easy because it solves a specific problem that someone has. You could certainly be bigger than that, but I'm talking about generating quick sales, quick new clients with something that's easy to say yes to. Cindy says, great idea. Good. Thank you, Cindy. So you think about your industry, or you think about what you have to offer. And that could be anything from, I don't know how I could think about this. Maybe, I've got a client, Donna Plunkett, who's a jewelry designer. Maybe one of the things that Donna offers is a quick overview on, how she could revamp her jewelry collection to make sure that she's got things that are working together and she knows what to shop for next. So that might be a 45-minute call with a potential client to help her rethink what's going on. Or she will accept pictures from someone, and she's going to spend X number of minutes giving feedback on how she can expand her jewelry wardrobe. These are small things. They answer a very niche question. I'd like to challenge you all to start thinking really creatively about how you could come up with, just by the end of the year, a very niched, specific service or offer that you can put out there. Don't be thinking big picture. Well, big picture, yes, in that it should be in line with what you offer, whatever you're doing. But this is not a major thing. This is not going to be, you might want to discontinue this, afterwards, because you don't want to be seen. And this is another thing that I'm always harping on. You don't want to be seen as a low-end provider. So if you've got this $100 offer or this $75 offer, you might want to take it off the market, because you don't want people to think of you as the low-end kind of gal. That's a big thing as far as I'm concerned. So this is, again, just to generate sales and new clients before the end of the year, to reinvigorate you, to make sure that you've got your energy up by the end of the year. During the end of the year, and you just keep it fresh for yourself. Cindy, you say, I'm thinking I can offer an individual development plan for 2021 for a low cost. That's a great idea, Cindy, great idea. And again, one of the basic themes that you can be working with now, as Erin said, can you offer something for 2020? Buy it now and then book it in 2021. We're starting, you should be well into the planning for 2021. So having some kind of offer that relates to getting your 2021 ready to hum, that's a great idea, Cindy. So I think that's wonderful. Those are my 5 tips for you guys. So here they are again. Shop your closet, shop your communities, work your communities, set up goals for yourself, set up goals, write them down. Hallie and I are going to set up a thread for this, and let's keep it exciting and make it fun. So check back in and we'll do that. Directly contact past clients one-on-one, do that. Do a very limited discount offer, right? You don't do this all the time. I don't encourage this all the time, but come up with a limited discount offer. Offer a referral bonus. That's the 4th thing. And then the 5th thing is offer a new, very niche service just for this time of the year. So those are my 5 suggestions. And because I always walk my talk, people, I have an invitation for you. So I do, as you know, I'm a business coach and I have a program, but I do strategy sessions for people. I say they're an hour long. They usually end up being 90 minutes. And I charge $450 for these strategy sessions. And what I invite you to do is to sign up for one, and then I send you out a questionnaire where we're going to really decide what do you want to work on in that hour and a half that we're together, and really make sure that by the end of that time, you walk away with some very actionable, implementable strategies for yourself. Okay. This is my quickie coaching is my 90-minute strategy session. Usually they're $450, but for the next until November 15th, I'm selling them at $97. And again, I only do this once a year, maybe twice a year, but it's very rare that I put this out there at this price. So it's very targeted for you. We make sure with the questionnaire that you are getting specific issues answered in your business. And by the end of that hour and a half, you walk out with a strategy that you can implement so that you know that you got your money's worth. So I'm going to put I'm going to put the link in the chat, and then in the Facebook comments, I will put the link there. So y'all can sign up if you want to. So here we go. Take me up on this, people, because we can get a lot done in 90 minutes, really. And I'd like to encourage you to get yourself set up for 2021, or get your mindset clear and get really energized about the rest of the year and life in pandemic with a strategy session from me. So that's my offer to you. $97 instead of $450. Come join me and let's see how we can get your business moving. That's it for me, kids. Any comments? Cindy, thank you. Elise, thank you. Thank you. Let me hop over to Facebook and see if there are any comments over there. I will circle back to Facebook anyway. All right. Adina, thank you, Elise. Adina, good to see you. All right. Pharrell, good to see you. Oh, good. Lots of lovely people here. Good, good, good. I will circle back. So people, that is it for me. Thank you for joining me today. As you know, I'm here every Wednesday at noon Pacific time. So please come join me in the Solo Entrepreneur group. If you're not already in there, would love to have you join. And sign up for my special, because as I say, it's not going to be around for long and I don't do it very often. So thanks for joining me today, y'all, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care.